I wore my late wife's old blue cardigan to her memorial service. Not mine, hers. The sleeves were stretched out, one button was missing, and it looked nothing like something people would wear to a formal gathering. My brother-in-law noticed immediately. "David," he whispered, pulling me aside. "Everyone's staring." I looked down at the cardigan and shrugged. That's okay. Emma had bought it from a tiny second-hand shop during our first year together. She loved it for reasons nobody else understood. The first time I saw her wearing it, she asked what I thought. I knew she was testing me. An ex-boyfriend had spent years criticizing everything she liked. Her music, her books, even her clothes. I simply told her, "You look happy in it." She smiled. Not the polite smile. The real one. Years later, when life became difficult, that cardigan appeared again. Whenever she felt anxious, she'd wrap herself in it. Whenever she doubted herself, she'd pull the sleeves over her hands and sit quietly beside me. I never had perfect words, but I stayed. And every time, she'd eventually look at me and say, "You're still here." Then came the diagnosis. Aggressive, unexpected, the kind of news that divides life into before and after. Through appointments, treatments, and long hospital nights, the cardigan never left her side. As the months passed, it became too big for her. Still, she wore it every single day. Near the end, she was too weak to put it on herself, so I helped. One arm, then the other. Just like she had helped me through countless moments when I was the one falling apart. A few days before she passed away, she reached for my hand. Her voice was barely a whisper, yet she managed to smile. That familiar smile, the one I'd fallen in love with years ago. "You're still here," she said. I squeezed her hand. Always. After she was gone, the hospital returned her belongings in a small paper bag. The cardigan was folded neatly on top. The morning of her memorial service, I put it on. People stared. I didn't care. When it was my turn to speak, I walked to the front of the room and looked at everyone gathered there. I held the sleeve in my hand and said, "Whenever Emma was afraid, she wore this." It reminded her that she wasn't alone. My voice cracked. I took a breath, and I want her to know I'm still here. That was all I said. That night, sitting alone at home, I slipped my hand into one of the pockets. There was something inside. A small folded note. The handwriting was shaky, uneven. Written during her final weeks. It said, "If you find this someday, remember something. Love doesn't leave when people do, and neither do I. Whenever you wear this, think of me smiling beside you." I read it 3 times. Then I cried harder than I had all week. Every year since then, on the anniversary of the day we met, I wear that cardigan. It still looks ridiculous on me. It still doesn't fit. And every time I catch my reflection, I can almost hear Emma laughing. For a moment, it feels like she's right there beside me. And maybe, in some small way, she is.